So this is real RV life. It's not easy. It's not fun all the time. But this is my little humble abode. And we are at a campsite. We got our log cabin right next to us. Pretty cool. Our car is broke down right now, so we are in the process of hopefully getting it fixed. We decided to go on this journey because in March I could really see the way that our home state of Texas was going. My partner left a good job. It was now or never. We got to the state we are in. We're about 4 states away, and we found an RV. This RV, it's a 1980s Jamboree, and runs very well. Actually had less miles than our 20-year-old car had on it, so that was good. Non-binary, and my teenagers just recently came out as not straight, queer. They're not quite sure what they like or want, and that's absolutely fine. It's beautiful. But seeing the way that Texas is going, and me being a uterus-owning person, and one of my children is also a uterus-having person, it was just time to go. We love to read, we love anime. We are quite poor. This was not an easy move. This was not a cheap move. It was very, very expensive, but we felt it was our time to go. And I mean, my absolute dream is to open a RV campground for like-minded people, for people that need a place to go for a little while they escape a fascist state. Like, Texas has become very fascist. Florida, there are many states in the Midwest, Ohio, Indiana. It's just the beauty of being able to get up and go, because honestly, I do not believe this country is going to get any better until it reaches a boiling point. For Black and Indigenous people, we have been screaming about this for, forever. And they don't really hear when you are screaming out when you are a Black or Indigenous person in this nation. But my ultimate dream is to build an RV campground where people can come and go, maybe for protests. We are close to Washington, D.C. We will have to get that. I'm going to start a GoFundMe for that. We've looked at land. We could get a good amount of land to start a real community for around $100,000. My partner is a carpenter slash plumber slash pretty much construction person, and I have also helped build houses. I grew up building houses. We in fact built our whole entire house. That's a whole story. My childhood was one of a lot of trauma. I learned quite a bit, like, for an off-grid life. I do have skills. I'm cooking on a mass scale. I'm growing food. All these are skills that we are going to need to really coalesce together along with, others, so we can truly form a revolutionary society. I love the atmosphere of where we're at. We are in Virginia, but I love the atmosphere here, especially out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, that's what my partner has the ability to plumb anything that we need, or in fact build simple structures. RV campground slash camping ground, like, it would be amazing. And that is my dream. That is my goal. I decided to start doing YouTube because a better way to get all my word out than put it on every social media. Like, I want to create a community of like-minded people that are smart, that are creative, that believe, love is love, very really, that are anti-racism and pushing towards more anti-racism within their own lives, because you can never have enough knowledge. I grew up in a white evangelical home where my blackness was looked down upon. That was the worst part of me. I was adopted from birth. I mean, that itself creates trauma. So I have been through so much trauma in my life because of the system we are set in. The system we are set in has created caste systems for all of us, but especially for the alabaster-hued people. They have a privilege, yes, but they have the ability to wield that privilege in a good way, and they must learn anti-racism. I mean, I would love to have anti-racism classes. I would love to have inclusive LGBTQIA classes, indigenous land back movement classes, classes on what is actually communism, because people just do not. We have the upper echelons of society have kept this knowledge from us, because if we actually created these communities and had barter and trade, raised animals, to trade, whatever we could do to trade with other people for services, for building like a community. Once we can create that all over this nation, we can effectively dismantle the system.